Okay, serious question. Is it too early to be dreaming of fall? I know it's only June. No, it's July. Oh my gosh, it's July. But it's so dreary, cold, and like eerie outside. It feels like fall. It's like fall. Today's gonna be a good day.
Let me off the hook. I wanna run wild. Get tangled in the sheets with a lover that isn't you. 'Cause I was on my own when you were by my side. So there's no difference now, except there's nothing to hide. Let me go on without you. Let me go on. Oh, how the night gives way to the dawn. We were the dew on the morning lawn. Our love was beautiful, but now it's gone. Our love was beautiful, but now it's gone.
Oh no. Okay, did I just flash the camera? Oh, this is so unpredictable. It has been pouring buckets. I just saw so many crows. How many makes it a murder of crows? I'm not sure, but it could have been a murder of crows. It is the weekend and the earth is doing some much needed self-care with this beautiful rain and lower temperatures. It's actually quite cold this morning. So I decided I'm going to have a self-care day. It is Saturday today, and it is going to be full of all things spooky and stormy and eerie. Think summerween, but coastal, creepy, Gothic mansions. That's what we're going for. I love summer to my core, and I try not to rush the seasons. But with this cool, spooky weather, I just have to lean into it. And if you've never heard of it, some people celebrate summerween, which is celebrating Halloween twice for people who really love fall and Halloween. It's not hot here, so I'm going to lean into the kind of spooky, small town summer vibes. So I think the plan for today is going to be spooky summer thriller books, maybe reading them by the stormy cliffs by the sea. There's a lighthouse, touring a Gothic mansion. I think it's actually from the Gilded Ages, but you can pretend that it's Gothic, especially when the grounds are misty and it's foggy and eerie. And then coming home and having a scary movie marathon. I'm so excited. This is gonna be the best self-care day that I've had in a while, I think. This weather is just calling to my heart and my soul, and I just have to give in and lean into the spooky summerween vibes because it's what needs to be today. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go make some pumpkin bread, because who says you can only cook and bake with pumpkin during autumn? I say that is not true. It is on the shelves at the supermarket, so I can use it whenever and however I want. There's more crows. They're just looking at me from up in that tree. One day I really want to befriend a crow.
Of the clear blue skies, we drive
last autumn, and it has taken me back. You know how scents, like smelling a perfume, can really just transport you to a time and a memory? Saturday morning cartoons of Scooby-Doo and going to get pumpkin spice donuts, spending weekends browsing stores like Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby, and coming home and watching spooky movies. That's what this is in a bowl right now. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm so happy. Before we head to the lighthouse, I want to show you which books I have picked out to read today and tomorrow, and however long it takes me to finish these, because I really want to read them all while this eerie, spooky weather is still here. The first one, and the one that I'm prioritizing the most, is the newest Riley Sager book, The Only One Left. He's such a master at twists. At the end, I never ever see them coming. It's about this mansion that's on these cliffs by the seaside up in Maine. A caregiver goes to take care of this 75-year-old lady who lives in this mansion and is not left in over a decade. And she hasn't left because she is thought to have killed her whole family when she was a teenager, but it was never proven, so she was never put in jail, but everybody still thinks she did it. And then this one is supposed to be kind of like Stranger Things. It takes place in the 80s, teenagers, summertime, and it is by Grady Hendrix, so this is a bit more horror. And this is my best friend's exorcism. Look at this cover. Oh my goodness. I'm not much of a horror girl. I'm just not. I'm like a cozy horror girl. Stories that have like a little bit of horror, but it's more a wholesome horror. That, I mean, I know wholesome and horror really don't go together like at all. I'm just hoping that I can handle this one. All I really know is that it's about two best friends, and one night during the summer they go skinny dipping, I think, and then they come back, and the following weeks one of the girls just starts acting really different. She's moody, she's irritable, and bizarre things keep happening whenever she is around. So her best friend starts to investigate and finds some very startling discoveries. I'm so excited for this one. And then this next one was a recommendation by one of my patrons. It is called Deep and Dark and Dangerous. Look at that, so creepy. This is a book I would never pick up, but because I'm in my spooky small town summer era, I took her recommendation. It's a ghost story. It's set at a summer lake house in Maine where two girls end up playing with this girl named Sissy, and then they start to hear these stories about their parents when they were at the lake house. This girl died, and Sissy has some strange resemblances to that girl who died. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I think middle grade spooky books, ghost stories, all of that, they're better than adult spooky stories. These can be so spooky, but not like horror and like gross. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Some of them can be. And the last one that I have is Whispering Pines by Heidi Lang and Katie Bartkowski. I picked this one up specifically because I read the blurbs on the inside, and just those alone convinced me. One of them said this was perfect for reading under a blanket with a flashlight. Another one said it was like Goosebumps but for an older audience, and another one said that it was like Stranger Things mixed with X-Files and a ghost story. That was all I needed to know. I'm definitely going to start with The Only One Left because it's the one that I want to read the most. Thought it would be perfect because we are on our way to a, maybe some could say, spooky mansion and the seaside and the cliffs.
against the tide. It's always you and I when you want it. Brave, pushing on the waves for a place to stay. Bring the harbor, and our ships are passing. My love, this won't last. Our ships keep on passing, missing in the night, missing in the night.
This fog is coming in, making the whole atmosphere out here so moody. I feel like I'm in a Gothic novel right now. This is amazing. This is what I meant when I said I wanted to have a spooky summerween self-care day. To a cafe because I wanted to do a bit more reading. And it's been so nice to just read out here in the fog and the mist and the cool breeze. It's so nice. I'm 130 pages through the only one left and it is so spooky. This is the type of book you can read in one day, in one sitting even if you have the time. Potentially a really good book to get you through a reading slump if you're in one. By. As you are now, once was I. As I am now, so you must be. Prepare, therefore, to follow me.
Well, that's heartwarming.
I do this a lot during autumn. I come to cemeteries and I like to go on walks and read the gravestones and say people's names out loud and just kind of remember them by speaking their name and then reading what's on the headstones and seeing if I can get any glimpse into their life and their story. But I realized I don't usually go and do that outside of autumn. So it has been a treat to come here today. Although that one gravestone, I've never seen anything quite as sinister as that first message. And then we saw one that said he was the designer of was it candy boats or toy boats?
Candy boats.
Candy boats. That's so cool. I don't know, I always just feel so peaceful in cemeteries. So I'm gonna do a little bit more reading and then go home and prepare for a spooky movie marathon. I want it to be like a Gilmore Girls type movie night with pizza and snacks.
Run!
People driving by just see a girl frolicking in the cemetery.
Respectfully frolicking.
On the path.
On the path.
Not on the gravestone.
Not, oh yeah.
have finished all of these books and I wanted to give you an update on my thoughts. I just figured this was a good way to end the video in case any of you were wondering if any of these were worth reading, especially for those of you who are participating in Summerween. I just thought these are such good books, so I need to give you my thoughts. I hope that's okay. I hope we can end the video this way. I'm gonna start with my favorite read. Guys, this book? My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. Like I previously said, I'm more of a cozy, wholesome mystery thriller girly. I don't usually veer far into horror, but this book was so much more than a horror book. I loved this book so much, so incredibly much. I didn't want to leave this world with these characters. I'm really truly obsessed, and I think this is going to make it into my top books of 2023. It was so good. It was so good. Surprisingly, to me, a bit surprisingly, my next favorite was Whispering Pines. If you love Stranger Things and the like summertime kids investigating something that seems a bit off in their neighborhood, kids going missing, oh, this is the book for you. And it also leaves off on a cliffhanger. When I read the last sentence of this, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't had that kind of reaction to the end of a story in a long time. I immediately wanted to pick up the next book. If you like middle grade stories, if you like Stranger Things and spooky vibes, but it's not too spooky and too horror-y, please consider giving this one a try because I think you might really enjoy it. And then I'd say my enjoyment was tied between these two, The Only One Left and Deep and Dark and Dangerous. The weird thing is, when I was reading Deep and Dark and Dangerous, I was like, it's okay, it's good. It's spooky, it's definitely not too spooky. Then, when I finished, I could not stop thinking about this story for days. It has been days, maybe even like a week now. And I almost think about it every day. I don't know how the author did it, but the way she wrote just completely transported me into the story and with these characters. And now my mind is stuck in a cottage in Maine by a lake with these ghost stories. And oh my gosh, it's weird because I didn't love it while reading it. But now, after dwelling on it for a little bit and marinating in the story, I love it. So, really, really good. Oh, okay, this was twisty. This was like one twist and then another twist. It's stormy, it's spooky, it's very eerie. Sometimes it feels paranormal, but I don't want to say too much. It is set in October, but the coastal setting kind of makes it feel like you could read it during summer or fall. And I would say this is less of like a psychological thriller and more of a mystery kind of whodunit in the vein of Agatha Christie a little bit. So if that sounds like the type of book you would like, you might really like this one. I didn't love Riley Sager's past two books, so I was a little skeptical about this one, but I'm so glad I picked it up. Really, really good. And that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are reading any books for Summerween or any spooky books in general, please let me know what they are, if you recommend them or if you think I would like them. I really want to add more to my TBR for the summer because I just cannot get enough of these. Anyway, I am gonna go back inside. There are a bunch of crows showing up. More crows. I love the sound of crows. Is that weird? Anyway, I will see you soon in another video. I hope you're having a wonderful, magical summer, whether you're somewhere where the heat is 104, where we're at right now. The heat this week has been in the hundreds. I'm definitely missing Rhode Island a little bit. Whether you're somewhere hot, whether you're somewhere in the southern hemisphere where it's cool, I'm sending you all magic and love, and I will see you very soon. Bye, friends. Oh, I didn't cover it like I usually do. I just went to turn it off. I'll just give you a hug instead. Hug! Okay, bye.